Hello and welcome to ZAG SZN, a Gotham original podcast. I'm Autumn.
I'm Breonn.
And I'm Raúl.
We're here to debate our office's most unpopular and completely meaningless opinions. Welcome back. It's season 2. My ZAG is this. Technology, particularly phones and computers, work far too well. They're too fast, too intuitive, and they need to resist us. Any thoughts?
I was following until the part where the technology needs to resist us?
Yes.
Or we need to resist the technology?
No, it should resist us. Humans are very flawed individuals, I feel. Our brains are soup, and so technology needs to serve us. Technology should have the roadblocks to combat our addictions before we have it.
Okay.
This is not a meaningless opinion. I just want to open with that. This is
I
foundational to potentially the future of the human race.
Uh-huh.
So I just want to kind of pick our words carefully. But I think we'll start with just the premise, which I think is generally accurate. I do, especially before I've had my coffee in the morning, feel very soupy in my head. And definitely technology is like infiltrated human life in lots of ways, very dependent on technology, obviously. I think I'm probably for some kind of rolling back of technology's like infiltration of all aspects of life. I'm not sure I trust technology to, how do I even say this? Do I trust technology to limit itself in my consumption of it?
Right.
What other, this would be like, you know, if I went to like the movies too many times, AMC would have to be like, you've already been here. You've had too much popcorn already. Like, you need to chill out. Come back in a month.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would go that far. What I'm thinking is, like, what is your phone for? Why do you have your phone, Breonn?
To connect, to call. Yeah, to connect and call, communicate.
How much communicating are you doing on your phone?
Probably 13% of, actually, I'm gonna up it because I like network on my phone. I send emails on my phone. Aw, it's the look of endearment on your guys' face. You guys are like, oh, okay.
We like you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but all in all, it's not enough for me to be on my phone as much as I am, essentially. I do agree with you in the sense of, I don't know how much I trust technology to be the one to be like, you're done. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like humans should kind of do that or I don't know, because wouldn't humans be the ones that would program it to do the limiting?
That's true, yeah.
So I don't know, but I do agree with you. I feel like overall, all in all, we rely on it way too much.
What would it look like? Like we're talking about like a fail safe? Like, is this just like, you know, I've used my phone for this many hours, and so therefore everything turns off other than like emergency calls or something? Yeah. Like how do you envision this?
Well, my Kindle has a very poor refresh rate on the screen. When I open the store to look for other books to purchase, it has to update. It takes like a full minute to show me any content.
Okay.
And I love that because it's like it's built for a purpose for reading, and it's just not good at anything else. And I think the limitations that the hardware itself has are protective of the experience of its purpose. Does that make sense?
So those 60 seconds while the Kindle store is loading, like that's your time.
That's my time. That's my time I get back.
Yeah. And you enjoy those 60 seconds so much that you're like,
well, because it's like,
how do I get this more often?
Because it's like, I'm opening it because I want to purchase a book. You know, I'm not like, I'm bored, let me see what's up.
Right.
You know, I'm like going into it with intention. Whereas I pick up my phone and it's like, bleh, bleh, bleh. You know, you ever pick up your phone and it's like blah, blah, blah.
All the time, every day, right now. So if we're drilling down, is this very much about smartphones specifically and how they just do too many things?
Yeah.
Should we Kindlefy technology? Should it be like, you can make a thing, Amazon, Samsung, Apple, whatever, whoever, you can make a thing, but it can only do like one thing. Like if you make this thing for people to read books on it, great. Don't make it. It can't make calls. Should we limit? That way people are once again somehow limited to just like what they can just carry with them. It's like, you want to be able to, like Google Maps. I need a device for Google Maps. It has to be its own device. I don't want it to be an actual map. Again, child of the 90s.
Of course.
I don't need maps in my glove compartment in my car anymore. But just like that should be its own device. How do you feel about that?
I do personally feel that way, but I don't know if that serves what I'm trying to say as well.
You're trying to save the human race. That's what you're trying to do. You're not sure if like if Google released the Google Map, and that was a hardware that was like a Kindle tablet, but it was just the Google Map. That wouldn't get us quite as far as your.
I don't know if that one would work. Because I don't think Google Maps is one of the things that you're like wasting time on.
Oh.
Do you know?
You have you have not seen my browser history. I like just
I'm
exploring
addicted to
sometimes.
Google Maps.
You know, I mean, it's give me access to the internet, I will waste time. But yeah, what are the apps or the functions of like your phone that you think like you waste the most time on? Or I can ask that to you too, Breonn. Like, what do you use your phone to communicate?
Yeah.
But like, what do you find that you're like wasting time on your phone?
Probably Instagram. But it's not like aimless scrolling. It's like trying to figure out who people are. Like in the sense of like, who's the editor for this magazine, this local magazine? What do they do? Getting familiar with their Instagram feed, so that way if I reach out, I have context and things like that. Or like, who runs this event? Who does this?
Research, using it for research.
Yeah. So Instagram, and honestly, within the past year, I've specifically tried to make my Instagram a lot more networky, so that way I don't do that. I don't just mindlessly scroll, because one, I don't care. Like, I don't. I'm not.
You don't need new recipes for baked brie on the weekends.
Well, then I could just Google it. I could Google that if I want that.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of over using social media to like pass time.
Okay.
And that's how I'm resisting technology.
Hell yeah.
Me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I agree. I think, but what feature I think about with your ZAG is the screen time limiter, where it's like, you've met your limit. Go ahead and click back out the app.
Yeah, I'm using that. But then it also gives you the option
to bypass it.
You bypass it. So I'm like,
I
give me 5 more minutes.
You know what I thought about? Getting the box that you set a timer on and you lock it, and like you have to wait. It's like a non-negotiable until the timer is done for you to unlock it and take your phone out.
Yeah.
I think more people should explore that option.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a safe.
Yeah.
A timed safe that people put their phones into. I have not yet heard of this technology. I've heard of safe technology. We've had that for a long time, I think, humans.
Yeah, but now you can put your iPhone in it.
But now you can put your iPhone in it. Fantastic.
Wait.
I'm into this idea of like technology dominates us, and so we want to further empower technology to depower it. Cut that. I don't even know what I just said.
Because it's like, I'm going to go to the thing that is like hindering us to like stop hindering us.
Right.
It just does too much on its own. I think if it was limited.
If it limited itself.
Yeah, I guess that's what I want to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Like the point of technology, or not the point of technology. Tech companies want us to be on the devices 24/7. They want us to be like, I cannot live without this because it has maps and
just maps. That's all you need.
Maps.
That's
you're right. Now that I'm thinking about it, I do just want a Google Maps device.
It's great. Get off of Instagram. Get onto Google Maps.
If it was like phone sized, That'd be great. Because you know what I use my phone for is I don't even want it to make calls anymore. I don't like making calls. I don't like when people call me. I don't want that. I want to be able to contact my husband every time I have a thought.
Yep.
And I want him to be able to see where I am on a map.
Great.
That's it. That's all that I want a device for.
Okay.
But I have to have this device that is just like trying to get my attention. It wants me to, like, our buildings recently changed our
the badge,
our entry. Yeah, it's not like a card to enter anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to use like a smartphone app, and I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't really want that either.
Yeah.
What if I get to work and my phone's dead?
Yeah, right.
What if it just
now
runs
I
out of
can't
battery?
come into work.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, and then like phone's batteries are so bad they won't even last a day.
I'm gonna miss the
But
badge.
you gotta live with
It makes me feel like I'm like, I don't know. It makes me feel so official, like I'm unlocking like special entryway to something.
Because this is an item. A badge is not necessarily a device, but it's an item that does one thing.
Yes.
Right.
We want single use. Not I'm going to throw out the badge afterwards.
Single purpose.
I want single purpose items, devices. I want it to do one thing. We want to kindlefy the world.
That's right. That's what I want.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
I'm open to it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
I think we've covered it.
No, yeah.
This has been ZAG Season. I'm Autumn.
I'm Breonn.
I'm Raúl.
Thanks for tuning in.